Right. So, hello everyone. Yeah, I've been putting this off for quite a while, but I think it's a sensible idea to start a YouTube channel. And in this video, basically, what I'm going to do is just sort of explain my story a bit, where I come from, and then go into why I'm doing what I'm doing at the moment. Because I just think it's really important for everybody to get an understanding of why it is I'm doing what I'm doing and why I've taken such a big step to completely change my life, change my job, and go into the online coaching world. But yeah, before we get onto that point, I'm just going to explain a bit about myself and start with my story. So, my name's Henry, and before doing what I'm doing now, at the age of 20, I joined the army, and much to sort of the, not annoyance, but it was sort of out of the car, off the cards to start with. Nobody sort of had an idea I was going to do anything like that, and I just jumped in and joined the army as a squaddie, and I was there for 4 years. I had a great time, got to travel the world, meet loads of really interesting people, which is why I think I'm able to work with a massive different variation of people now as well, because I've just got so much more life experience with those kinds of people. And yeah, from there, sort of went through the army, played sport, boxed, rugby, went all over the world: Kenya, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Jordan, and yeah, literally had like a great time. And it was a sort of safe, not a safe option in a way, because obviously you never know what could go on, and we could be deployed anywhere for any reason. But you had that security, you had that safety, you had that safety net, and that sort of regimented lifestyle in that job, let's say. And yeah, from going to that to then starting my own business after leaving at the end of 2024 and starting the business in 2025, to some people would just seem as like a crazy jump. Like, why are you going from that lovely regimented life where you're sort of being told what to do, you're in a certain place at a certain time with certain kit, and there you go. But yeah, I knew it wasn't for me forever. Like, I'd always had this passion and desire to start my own business, and through the army I fell in love with fitness. I fell in love with improving myself, improving my body, and then improving others around me as well. So there was only sort of one necessary option to take, and that was to start my own business and become a personal trainer. And I went into the online space, and I think part of the reason I went into the online space straight away was because, well, A, I'm living in London and gym floor space is ridiculously expensive, but B, working with people online, you have that accountability and you speak to them every day. It's not like you go in and see your PT at the gym, you have one session and then you don't hear from them for the rest of the week. I'm in contact with my clients at least 5 days a week, and we'll have a little conversation daily. And I think that just shows that I care as well about improving people's lives and improving people's health. Because at the moment, in a world that we live in at the moment, with so many issues with mental health, so many issues with sort of like screen time, people not understanding like how the body works and how we need to be tested, it just screamed at me like, you have to do this. And yeah, my sort of personal philosophy is just, I want to help as many people as possible. And to start with, I was sort of training anybody and everybody, and sort of anybody that came on board would be great. Started off with a few mates, and there have been some great transformations that I've seen and coached over the last year. And that's testament to the clients as well. They've been phenomenal. But recently, I had a bit of a change in where I wanted the business to go and the direction of the business. And that also came with a bit of a change in niche. So now I'm targeting more mothers over 40 whose sort of kids who've flown the nest or sort of have lost a purpose and want to find that love for fitness or a sport that they used to play back in the day, and sort of regain that energy and that passion that maybe they've lost from giving all their time and effort away to their family, their kids, their work, because they have been at the forefront of the families or the work for so long that they've forgotten that they actually come first themselves. And especially as you grow older, 40 plus, 50 and further on, it's so crucial that you build up that strength and you keep that strength up for when you get older. Otherwise, you just see such a big decline in people. And I saw with my own mum, when sort of us three kids essentially flew the nest, there was a little bit of a change. There was a bit of, oh, what do I do now? Like, where do I go? And I sort of saw this from the outside. I wasn't at home all the time, obviously, because I was away with the army doing X, Y, and Z. But I think it's really important that mothers find a new passion and take their life to the next step and go and find whatever it is. It may not be a sport. It may be just getting out and walking. You may have not just walked properly for however many years, and you've put weight on, and you just need to go and get those steps in, essentially. And yeah, I think this change is really important for me, and it's important to me to get to this group of people, because I just think it's so not untouched, but sort of there's just not enough people in the space. And from my experience so far, there's so many women who are struggling and who just don't know that next step to take. And that's why I'm running a free WhatsApp group at the moment. There's a community of women who I'll add in, and I'll give free resources, podcast episodes, and sort of anything that you're after to help you start this journey. And I will put the link to that WhatsApp group in the caption of this video, or I don't know how it works for YouTube, the old comment section below. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, and there'll be a link to join that, and you can be added in, and you become part of this community of women who all want to improve. And that's the great thing. They all want to improve, but they just don't know where to start. So if you feel like you're in that position and you need extra help, please join that group. And then further on from that, I now run a program called the Rediscover You program. And it sort of says it in the name. It's all about rediscovering you after you've spent so long over the years looking after your family, looking after whoever else, and not focusing or putting enough time into yourself. So if you want to join that program, I'll put the link to a 7-day free trial below, where you work with me for 7 days. We'll set you out some goals, and we will put you in a position where we can work together for that week to start making little improvements, and see that you just have to take that first step and have that right support behind you. Once you've got that support behind you, anything is possible. I genuinely believe that. Like, before joining the army, I turned my life around out of nowhere. I was so unfit. I didn't know where I was going. I had no direction. And I did that myself and got myself into a position today where I can run a business, which was crazy to me all those years ago. And I just want to help people do the same thing and give them that guidance so that they can be their best selves, and essentially make them more bulletproof for when you get older as well. Because we know there'll be a slight decline, but we want to put you in the best position to be happier, to be stronger, to be fitter, to be healthier, to help you as you grow older. And I think the Rediscover You program is great, because essentially you are rediscovering yourself. You're not going to be that same person that you were 20 years ago. You're not going to have the same body that you had 20 years ago. But it's about understanding that your body has changed. You are different, but you can still be strong. You may look different, but you're still going to be strong. And yeah, that's, well, as I've wafted on for about however long it is, you can tell I'm passionate about it, and you can tell that I really do think that women need to be helped, and there is an opportunity for you to build and grow and still become a better person as you grow older. So yeah, that's really all I've got to say in this first video, and I hope you sort of enjoyed a bit about me, a bit about my story. And please, I'll leave the the link to the WhatsApp group in the description below, and also the link to the 7-day free challenge if you want to join that. And I'll be running multiple challenges over the next few months, so please get involved. Don't be afraid to sign up, join the group, and I'll also be in the group. So if you want to join and message me privately, please do. But please, please, please don't sit there in silence, and start making these changes. And it might be that you need that help, that accountability, and that's what I'm there for. That's what I'm there to do. So yeah, thanks very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did like this video, give it a like, please subscribe, and I'll be back with the next one fairly shortly. Thank you very much.